orientated environment, and we have all the screwdrivers at home and all the hammers and everything, but if you look in our kitchen drawer, the thing we use to unscrew something is the knife. Jackie Mason says it the best. Look on the butter knives of every Jewish home and you will find it dinted where they've tried to unscrew something. That is the way it is. We buy it, we sell it, we don't necessarily know how to use it.
What I'm doing is I'm taking, this is called a mezuzah. Well, this is actually the case, the mezuzah's inside. Now what the mezuzah is written on parchment by a specially trained scribe, and in the mezuzah is one of our most important prayers, and we are commanded in this prayer to put these on the door. Many people are accustomed to put their fingers to it and kiss it, kiss the fingers when they go in and out of rooms or in and out the front door, and it's considered to be a protection. Nothing to kiss. No good.
Rivka is taking her mezuzah to be checked out by the local scribe.
Where? There you go. That's quite big, isn't it, compared to my little tiny baby? Hello? Mrs. Domlitz? Thank you. There we go.
Okay, fine. Are you sure? Is that alright? Yeah. Put your head up.
Okay. Well, you carry on.
If you want, you can just wait downstairs and turn on. I'm actually in the middle of filling out a ksuba at the moment.
Oh, brave man.
Now, a little tiny thing I'm going to repair here. Shame, and you have to do it lishma, l'shem kedushas mezuzah. You have to say that before you repair it. Adding a little crown there. A little point here. It's amazing. One little tiny thing missing can actually invalidate the whole mezuzah.
The family is at the heart of Jewish law, and it's the mother's role to ensure her children make a good marriage. Susan Joffe has married off 6 and has 2 to go.
Years and years ago, we made quite a few matches, right? It's quite a big responsibility, matching up people. But when things come your way, you can't resist the you know, like the challenge of trying to... The most unbelievable thing is actually get people together. And you see, like, you know, 30 years down the line, they've been happily married and... You know, will we marry her off? What will we do with Dina? Well, she's still having a good time. I really do feel that once you get married, you've got to be ready for commitment. You've got to have enough of seeing the world and, you know...
Fun to have kids, but...
Yeah, well, so how long do you have in our circle? You know, you get married and usually, you know...
A year.
Huh?
You have a year.
You have a year. And really, we can worry our guts out, which I don't actually, because I just believe that God is going to find the right partner for my kids. Sooner or later it's going to show up. I might have to make a few little inquiries myself, but you know, when I need a shidduch for my Dina, she's a good girl, right? And in the right time we'll find the right guy. But I'm not going to spend my every minute, as some women do, oiveying and clogging away.
Most people in their circles, it's much like they're getting over at my age already. It's like, oh, she's not married, oh my goodness. It's like, I never feel so bad for her.
I have got friends who are literally worried sick because they've got a daughter of 20, and they know there's girls out there that are finding it difficult, so they think, but it's not.
If somebody would come up and my parents say to me, oh, this guy's come up and this is what he's like, and I would be able to say yes or no if I wanted that or not. But to give a description, you can't really say what you want. You can say, no, I wouldn't want that, or yes, no, or like, yeah, it seems alright. But if you start giving descriptions, it's never going to come. So
God presents you with what you need when you need it. That's what I always say.
Susan Joffe's son, Rabbi David, is preparing supper for the family of 8.
Right, whoever wants this will come sit down, please.
He was introduced to his wife, Rochel, through the Orthodox Jewish network.
Right, love is not an infatuation,
exactly.
a sexual experience,
love is family,
or some type of flutterings of feeling. Love is about deep relationships.
Very deep.
And it's not, I think, to say falling in love, I think falling in love is... What happened?
There's a lot of deep culture to the Jewish religion that someone who's not Jewish wouldn't understand, or wouldn't appreciate, or it's very difficult. Like for example, when we went out, we made sure that everything was right. Before we even went out, we made sure everything was right on paper, so to speak. And then when we were talking, even when we were dating, it's what do you want for the future? What would you want your children to do? All these hypothetical type of questions that would be for the future, but you get it down pat then, and then only then was it easier to allow my feelings to flow. It's not like, okay, some people might have...
She actually fell for me immediately, but she still won't. You said, talking about telling the truth before. She fell for me the second she saw me.
You love saying that.
But she just won't admit it, even on camera.
Chased them for years, yeah. I am originally from Montreal, but when we first got married, we lived in New York for 2 years. And then we moved here, and we've been here for the past almost 12 years. So in 14 years, we had 8 kids. Thank God.
The hidden marshmallow stash.
Having a baby is such a special, beautiful thing. And now you see kids today that are 14 talking in the streets going, oh yeah, my mother's got my baby today while she's partying with her friends, and it's just like nothing.
The first rule is Peru or revu. It's not that easy to say, actually. You should be fruitful and multiply. It is about the perpetuation of the race, the religion, whatever you want to call it, the lifestyle, whatever it is. It's about trying to bring into every element of your physical existence an element of spirituality. So there are 3 partners in the equation. There's you, there's your husband, and there's God at the end of the day, because it is about the creation of life.
Is it allowed to be fun?
I've never read anywhere that it's not.
The one big question that everyone who's not Jewish asks me, that oh yes, the Orthodox Jews, they only have sex through a sheet, is untrue.
Rubbish. It's rubbish.
That's what
I can categorically tell you it's rubbish. So there.
When I first learned the laws of mikveh and what was involved with it, I said, do me a favour. And it was sort of like, actually a friend who's a rabbi, who'd been married 3 or 4 years, taught me, and he realised exactly what my reaction was going to be, because of course he went through it when he got engaged. So of course we sat down to the table where there's other people. Of course he told me, and of course as I started going colours, when I started to appreciate what
you were going colours, because they're talking about a woman, and intimate things and private things, and because you never had contact with another woman before. That's why it's so alien.
So it was sort of, but then once you're married, okay, and you're in a whole new world, right, of women and everything about them, right, then all of a sudden you start to appreciate how these rules and laws are not just a divine commandment, which we do because it brings us closer to God, but also helps you in your own relationship.
The whole process of that, of learning about how you should behave, how you shouldn't behave, and the processes that you go through. For example, that if a woman is in niddah, that the husband and wife don't touch, it's actually, if you think about it, a fantastic way of keeping your relationship fresh.
Once a woman starts menstruating, she has no physical